Good morning. I'm Vic Yancey. I'm the President and CEO of the Hearst Corporation, and I have the privilege of welcoming you all to our brand new building here in New York. I was talking with Kathy and Bob just a couple of seconds ago. One of the things about innovation when you build a new building like this, there's always something that you don't anticipate. This morning as I was sitting in my office, innovation in the shape of those nice triangular shapes in the corner of the building with the cutaways. Well, ice and snow sticks to a slanted surface differently than it sticks to a completely vertical surface. So I'm listening to the ice slide off the side of the building and saying, I wonder when we're going to kill somebody in the street here. However, if you think about these things in advance, there's a heating system on those, right, and a prong system. So what happens is the ice breaks up as it comes down, like ice sliding in a river, and then all those little pieces, and it floats like little flakes down to the street. So we've been fortunate during the shakedown cruise of this new building that we haven't had any problems. The purpose of today's meeting is to talk about innovation and to talk about how we keep some of that innovation in New York City. Before I introduce Bob and some of the other panelists, I just wanted to point one thing out to all of you, because you're involved on a day-to-day basis. Your business in technology is very similar to our business in the media. We thrive and we survive on the talent of the people who work for us every single day. And the most important thing that happens to us every day is not only that those people are creative, not only that they're smart, not only that they're well educated, not only that they're well paid. The most important thing is they come back every day. Right? They take the elevator down each night, and thank God they take the elevators back up every morning. What we need to do in this city is we need to keep those very talented people who come out of our universities, who come out of our educational institutions. Right? If we want the next Google to be developed in a garage in downtown Brooklyn or in downtown Soho, we're going to have to keep that talent around. So as you all work your way through it, remember, we need to educate those people, we need to pay them, we need to help them do better, we need to give them the tools, we need to give them the capital, but most of all, we need to keep them around. So as you work your way through this process, focus on how you keep that talent, because it's very, very important to the future of all of our businesses. This morning's conference has been put together by Bob Lieber from EDC and by Jerry Holton from Polytechnic. Right? This is a lot of work to put together these events. They've assembled a wonderful panel for you here today, and Kathy Wild, who's in charge of everything, I believe, in the city of New York, is here today as well. I've had the privilege of working with Kathy as the co-chairperson of the New York City Partnership, and also the privilege of working with Bob Bob's been at EDC now for just about a month, and I've been there for just about 10 years or so. So it's a great start. But I would like to thank all of them because it takes a lot of hard work. So please, a hand for all of our panelists and all of those who put it together. I promised Kathy I would be short. She knows I can't say hello in less than half an hour. She also knows that I'm a recovering lawyer who will never be recovered. Right? But with that, I'm going to introduce Bob and get your meeting started today. Bob has been with EDC for just under a month. He was kind enough and courageous enough to leave Lehman Brothers, right, where he ran the real estate group, and to come over to EDC. As most of you know, New York City EDC is the principal arm of the city that deals with economic development. That covers a lot of things. That covers grants for programs. That covers specific projects that EDC owns and controls. It even includes the waterfront. But at the end of the day, one of its single most important functions is figuring out things that will help the city from the financial services standpoint, from a real estate standpoint, from a transportation standpoint. Bob has taken on that job. We know it's a courageous decision because he's making a little bit less money at his new job than he made at his old job, and we really appreciate it that he's taken on this effort. Bob Lieber.
Thank you, Victor. And I can tell you, as a board member of EDC for 10 years, and now that I've been there a little over 3 weeks, I look forward very much to your input, your sage advice, and your experience. So thank you very much. It's a great pleasure for me to be here with you this morning. As Vic mentioned, I've been at EDC now for a little less than a month. And I'll just share with you real quickly that one of the reasons that I decided this is a great opportunity now is I think New York is in a particularly great spot. I think with this mayoral administration and with the initiatives that are underway by the city, with the primary goal of trying to retain the existing employers as well as to attract new employers and diversify the economy of New York City, not only here in Manhattan but across all 5 boroughs, is a great challenge and a great opportunity here. The city's got a ton of momentum, and a lot of things are hitting on all cylinders. So I'm really charged up to be here. I think it's a great time and a great opportunity, and excited about seeing folks like you that represent so much about the future of what this city has to offer.
Robert Lieber, Victor Dancy from Hearst Corporation, Kathy Weil from the Partnership for New York City, Lloyd Trufelman, head of New York Convergence, Mel Horwich and Nina Ziv, the head of our Institute for Technology Enterprise, and I for all of Polytechnic, are really pleased to have you join us to look at Web 2.0, the future of information in the hands of everyone. If the press had doubts about Silicon Alley, if political leaders wondered what became of Silicon Alley, if the venture capitalists chased after California sunshine, the West Coast crowed in premature victory, you who are Silicon Alley know what we are here to proclaim here today. That is, Silicon Alley is alive and well and living in New York City. Not in Paris, not in Peoria, not even in Palo Alto. Yes, maybe smarter, wiser, but Silicon Alley is alive and well in New York City. It's alive and well using a new metaphor, Web 2.0, service-oriented architecture, and more. It takes information over the internet, puts it in the hands of everyone for them to use it the way they want to use it, to build new uses on the fly. Now, you may not know, but Polytechnic University is the city's oldest, most diverse private university devoted to science and technology and the management of science and technology. Now we are transforming this university to add invention, innovation, entrepreneurship, and creativity to the more traditional part of technical education and research. We call this new brand of education polythinking. And we're here today to have you see and discover the power of polythinking and how you look at science and technology and use it to advance businesses and an economy. Whether in urban systems or health and wellness or the information technology that we're talking about today, we are committed to diversifying the New York economy so that it is stronger, has more jobs, more companies, and, as I often say, so that the venture capitalists stay in this city to do the deals and not head to you-know-where, thinking that the sun is going to be brighter there. In no area of this all is our enthusiasm higher than Silicon Alley. We have educational programs, Nina will talk more about them, dedicated to expanding entrepreneurial, managerial, financial, and technical skills that will make you thrive in Silicon Alley.